Gavin's F1 stream starts in 2 minutes. It's nearly that hour the chat's alive. Counting down, it's almost time. 2 more minutes, feel the heat. Gavin's voice is on the beat. From Monaco to Silverstone, every corner, every zone, we're strapped in, no turning back. Racing hearts on the attack. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Gavin's stream is set to blow. Commentary fast and clean. It's the thrill of the F1 dream. Lap by lap he calls the fight. Feel the rush, the speed, the light. Engine scream, the world's in view. And it all begins with you. Lights are red, tension's high. Gavin's got the play-by-play live. Every overtake, every spin. 3 more minutes till we begin. So grab your seats, don't look away. The race is here, it starts today. With Gavin's call, we're on the line. It's Formula One, it's showtime. Grab your popcorn and enjoy my stream. Gavin's one stream starts in 2 minutes. It's nearly an hour. The chat's alive. Down, it's almost time. 2 more minutes. Feel the heat. Gavin's voice is on the beat. From Monaco to Silverstone, every corner, every zone, we're strapped in, no turning back. Racing hearts on the attack. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Gavin's stream is set to blow. Commentary fast, clean. It's the thrill of the H1 dream. Lap by lap, he calls the fight. Feel the rush, speed the light, engine scream. The world's in view, and it all begins with you. Lights are red, tension's high. Gavin's got the play-by-play lift. Every overtake, every spin. 3 more minutes till we begin. Don't look away, stay serious. Gavin's here today. Gavin's grip, Formula One, showtime. Enjoy my stream. Grab your popcorn. Grab mine.
Down in the desert, the skyline gleams. Palms sway golden in the heat of our dreams. Engines humming like the call to explore. From the track to the souk, we're chasing more. From the dunes to the sea, there's a rhythm we ride. Speed and wonder spinning side by side. We're sightseeing, light speed in Abu Dhabi nights. Chicane racing league under city lights. Every corner, every view feels alive and free. Racing hearts and horizons by the Arabian Sea. White domes glowing like stars. Ferrari world roaring, adrenaline cars. Corniche breezes whisper tales of the past. But we're chasing the future, going fast. The desert knows our names as the tires burn bright. Adventure on the streets and the track tonight. Sightseeing, light speed in Abu Dhabi nights. Chicane racing league under city lights. Every corner, every view feels alive and free. Racing hearts and horizons by the OA.
Finally, The Rock says, drivers, start your engine! CRL, Chicane F1 Racing League Monday nights as well. Engines roar, the lights go green. Fastest races on the screen. Tight chicanes, they test their might. Wheel to wheel on Monday night. CRL, CRL. Chicane F1 Racing League Monday nights as well. Gavin's voice, it calls the fight. Commentary, pure delight. Every corner, every spin. From the corner, in a fight. FBF, car delight. Every corner's every spin. Who will lose and who will win? Full throttle, hear them fly. Push the limit, reach the sky. Side by side, they take the bend. Only one can play the end. CRL, CRL. Chicane F1 Racing League, let the race begin. Oh well, oh well, oh well, oh
Well, good evening, everybody, on a Monday evening. Well, good evening, everybody that has tuned in. They are most welcome to this lovely little race this evening, and it's a full qualifying and 50% race in Abu Dhabi. And we are along with the Chicane Racing League here on a Monday night. Yes, it's Yas Marina and Yas Island in the United Arab Emirates. Absolutely beautiful. I hope you've your water filled up in your shishka pipes and you're puffing away at that nice strawberry vape. As they say, always do what they do in their own countries. So if you've got that big shishka pipe or whatever they call them, get puffing there because you're going to need as much speed as you have the night. This is a very fast little circuit. Good evening to Johnny B. Good evening to Chicane. And good evening to absolutely everybody who is tuning in tonight for tonight's stream. We're under the spotlights as always in Abu Dhabi. It's a nice evening in Yas Marina. Hi, Hypes. Good evening to you, sir. Nice to see you here. Have a good race. Knock yourself out. Tonight's drivers in the Haas cars tonight, we've got Chicane and Hypes, both driving the Haas. In the Aston Martin, we've got Techno. The league leader at the moment is F1 Connor, running away with the league he is in the Racing Bull. In the Ferrari, we've got Rock Robs and Smithy in the Alpine, who's just going out on a lap. In the McLaren, we've got Jessic. He's one of the fast guys, and he's sitting in a nice position in the league as well, so all to play for P2. Who's Gav? Gav? Hey, Gav. Position 8 here on the list at the moment is Player 82, and he's driving the Racing Bull. And it's DVA driving the Aston Martin, just pulling out of the pits there in position 9 on the list at the moment. Johnny B is driving the Williams along with his teammate this evening is in El Baz. In the Ferrari is Andrew, and Chris is driving the Alpine this evening. On board on the Mercedes, it is Hidden Foe. I don't think I've done any commentary on Hidden Foe before, so that's a new driver to me, and you are most welcome as you drive out to do your first laps this evening. So welcome Hidden Foe to Chicane Racing League on a Monday night. Ross Davies in the kick, and his teammate Travis Joseph also driving the kick. The second Aston Martin is full send, and driving the second Red Bull tonight is Donta. Jan Kiev on board the Mercedes, and last but not least is the lovely Cafe. Good to see you here tonight, Cafe, and have a good race. 3 qualifying sessions tonight, and this is Q1, so as you know, the first 15 drivers all get through to Q2, and unfortunately those from 15 down to 20 all go out. Absolutely fabulous to see a full grid again tonight with Chicane Racing League, and I am absolutely looking forward to a close, clean and competitive race tonight at Yas Marina in Abu Dhabi. So let's see who's out there on their laps, and let's see who's actually putting a lap in. At the moment, it looks like DVA is on a lap, so we're going to go on board with him, and we're going to just follow him round. Into the left-hander he goes. The beautiful night lights here in Abu Dhabi just makes this a very special circuit. Lovely for commentary, and round the left-hander he goes, and he's just about to pounce on the first DRS zone. Activating it now and along the straight, giving it a little squeeze of the ARS, and he's touching 205 miles per hour before he slams into the technical left-hander into the right-hander here, where it's very easy to lose traction, but DVA doesn't lose anything there as he hits the second DRS zone now, and along he goes, and he will probably put in another fast 203 miles per hour along there. 124.174 is the first best lap for Smithy. Claire's a 124.4 and Ross Davies a 124.7. 124.9 for full send, and Chicane didn't really get a lap in there. So Hypes puts a 124.0, putting it in the provisional pole. So just look how close the top guys are this evening. All in the 124s apart from Chicane, but Chicane didn't really get a good lap in there. So we'll just see how Chicane does on his second turn, but we're on with Chris at the moment in the Alpine, and he's just finishing off his lap now. And underneath the bridge at the hotel section, Right past the marina he goes. Takes all of that corner beautifully, and over the line he goes with a 1:24.9. So yet another player in the 1:24s. Unbelievable stuff. Only two guys outside of the 1:24s at the moment, and that's Techno and Rock Robs, but they will get in there, I'm sure. On O'Connor. So while Connor warms up those soft tyres for his first lap, he's going round and he's thinking, I wonder, have I got a 1:23 in the tank tonight? Can Connor produce a 1:23 and put it in pole position this evening? Because he's going to need to start with a 1:23 if he's going to knock Hypes off that first position right now at the moment. But 9 people all in the 1:24s. Johnny B beats him to it, and Johnny B puts in a 1:23.694, which is a fabulous lap. So I'm going to stay on board Connor because he is your league leader at the moment, and we're fully expecting to see a really good lap from Connor. Over the line he goes. Absolutely melted into that left-hander and up the hill. Slamming the brakes on round the left-hander and off towards the first DRS zone. Let's see what the top speed of the league leader is at the moment. 205 miles per hour was the top, and there he's up to 207. So he's running the wings quite low, and he's going for an absolute top speed max here into the right-hander, and that nice Williams just gets out of the road for Connor to prevail, and off he goes. 206 miles per hour into that very, very sharp left-hander. Gets the pace absolutely spot on there as he goes down towards the hotel section. Slams her into the right hand here, and then he will go under the bridge, trying not to lose any grip whatsoever on this corner, and he nails that beautifully right on the line, and off he goes round the right-hander. And now one final right-hander onto the start-finish line, and Connor is just about to put a 1:23 something in. Oh my good God, it's a 1:23, 1:22.7 for Connor. So nearly a second up on the second best, and that was Johnny B. So what a lap from our league leader tonight, and that is F1 Connor in the Racing Bull. Absolutely fabulous lap. Now let's see what Jessic can do. Jessic's going to be up there too, so I want to jump on board with him and see what he can do. In round the left-hander he goes, and he's heading now down towards the big grandstand on the left, and he will want something in that 1:23 section as well. Incredible Johnny, isn't it? You just wonder how he gets the extra speed out of that car. Here comes Jessic. And there it is. 1:23.587 is the best he can do, but that's good enough to put him in a beautiful dear fucking God, Johnny B says. I know. Unbelievable. Jessica 1:23.5. So Connor has put in a very special lap, and that's one that's going to be very, very hard to knock him off that post. So 9 minutes to go in Q1, and some of the lads are starting to think, I'm going to have to get it into the 1:24s for definite, and Techno and Rock Robs and guys like that are going to have to rethink and certainly think very hard about what they're doing. On board with Jan Kiev. He's driving the Mercedes, and he's just finishing off his fast lap here. 13% of the battery left as he goes round that right-hander. Over the line he goes, and that's a 1:23.9. So another guy in the 1:23s. Unbelievable start to this qualifying session here at Yas Marina in Abu Dhabi. Twitch is going absolutely berserk with Johnny B's comments. He is going, oh my God. He doesn't have an answer for that, Connor. He just really does not have an answer for that. On with Techno. In the Aston Martin, round the left-hander he goes. Let's have a look what top speed this Aston Martin's got this evening. Oh, the best he can do is squeeze 202 miles per hour out of it. So he has set the wings in such a way where he's going to get much more traction on the corners. I hope that all adds up for him. Hugs the left-hand side of the track, which is the right thing to do, into this left-hander, and he wants to get this tight and not lose any grip, and he's just going to get onto the accelerator nice and smoothly, and off he goes down towards grandstand and hotel section. Underneath the bridge he's going to turn and then past the marina, and then he will track down towards the start-finish line, but he loses it. And look at that, the Aston Martin of Techno bends it in the wall, and he's going to have to reset and go back. NL Baz. I think the NL Baz is going to pit here. I don't think that lap is for Ernest, is it? No, he's going for it. Let's see what he does. 119, 120. Oh, 122, 919. That looked so... Oh, it was just so flowing. It nearly looked slow, but absolutely not slow. An absolutely phenomenal lap there from the Williams driver of NL Baz, putting it in a very, very secure P2 in the 122s. So two guys in the 122s, and nice to see somebody putting it right up there with Connor. So NL Baz, take a bow, sir. That was a fantastic lap. On Ross Davies, into the left-hander he goes. Very, very technical part of the track as he heads down now. Ross is trying to beat 124.743, and he's half a second nearly up at the moment. So I could see this being in the 123s if he continues on, but he doesn't have a lot of battery left. So it just might be the early 24s. Let's see how Sector 3 goes for him. Early 124s, 14th position. So he's just in the drop zone at the moment. And we're on the full send. This is full send's first lap in the Aston Martin. Johnny B, 1245, says the only answer I have for those guys is fair play. It's pure disgusting. I absolutely believe in that saying. It's pure disgusting, Johnny B. It stinks. They're aliens. They're from another planet. DRS activated here with full send in the Aston Martin, and he can only squeeze 199 out of that car. I've seen 205 along there. So definitely lots of different setups going on this evening. Nicely into that right-hander. Just gets that right tire on the white wall, and that was nice. Round the left-hander he goes, and off he goes. He's going into the pits for the looks of it. I think he's out of fuel. He is. So the people that really need to start to think about what's going on are Donta, Chicane, Ross Davies, Full Send, Cafe, Rock Robs, Christie, and Techno, they're all going to need to go out and do another lap and try and secure their position in the second part of the qualies tonight. Let's go on. Oh, a bit of a glitch going on there. That was Smithy. Aye up, Gav. Aye up, Connor. What about you, kiddo? Nice little lap from you, sir. Have you got anything less than a 1:22.7? Is there anything left in the tank, or did you completely nail that? I'm doing fine, buddy. Doing absolutely fine. There's some left there. Good man. Love to see it. So I'm watching for the sort of bottom 12, from 12 down, all wanting to stick a lap in, and let's see who we're going to go on with here. They're all on out laps at the moment, and there's only 1 minute and 55 left. So I'm going to jump on with Hidden Foe and give Hidden Foe a little bit of love, as he seems to be a newcomer tonight. Let's go, Hidden Foe. Let's have you, and let's see if you can better that 1:24.2, which already was a very, very good time. Oh, he's 0.1, nearly 2/10 down, and I can't see him rescuing from that. So we'll bounce off, and I will jump on with, let's see who's on a lap. Gonna bounce on with the boss man. We're almost chicane. 41% of the battery left, and he's squeezing 206 miles per hour out of the car into that left-hander. Driving the Haas tonight is the league owner, and that is Chicane, and he's trying frantically to beat that one at 1:24.2. Let's see where he is. Nicely round that corner. Nice bit of courtesy on the right-hand side from the Alpine driver. Connor says he hopes that you put a setup in, Chicane. And it looks like you did. You got a P11, so you bettered your time by nearly 2/10, putting yourself in second or 11th position. Almost Smithy. And Smithy puts it into 4th position with a fabulous 1:23.6. So Smithy puts his stamp on P4, and now we're on with the guys that are really, really trying hard. On with Donta. Donta's 2/10 up on his 1:24.2, so Donta could possibly put it into the 1:23s, and if he does that, he will get through to Q2. Come on, Donta, in the Red Bull. Let's be having you, sir. I know you've got it. Nicely round. This is looking pretty special. Oh, 9th position, nearly 3/10 up there for Donta. Gets him into Q2. Very, very nice indeed. Love the Gamer has, DVA has retired at the 1:24, so he's hoping that none of these guys get a lap in. On with Hidden Foe. Come on, Hidden. Let's have you. 1:23.9. That gets you into 12th, and that gets you into Q2, sir, I think. Chicane is panicking. Chicane's right in there, but what's he going to put in? Oh, he's done an out lap, a second lap. That looks like quali might just be over, and Chicane might have just squeezed in. And it looks like DBA, Rock Robs, Full Send, Techno, and Chris is all out of P1, or Q1, sorry. What can you say? What can you say? 122.703 for Connor. In second, NL Baz with an outstanding 122.9. Only 200ths between those two. 2/10ths, sorry. Jessic in third. Smithy fourth. Hypes fifth from Northern Ireland. Johnny B sixth. Travis Joseph in seventh. Ross Davies eighth. Andrew ninth. Donta 10th. Jan Kiev 11th. Hidden Foe 12th. Well done, Hidden Foe. Player 82 13th. DVA in 14th. And Chicane in 15th. So there you go. And we're now into Quali 2. Anybody just joining the stream, I'm Gavin Bass 1. This is CRL, which is Chicane Racing League on a Monday evening, and we are at Yas Marina in Abu Dhabi. The guys have been smoking away at their pipes. They've got lovely strawberry vape in there, and they are trying to speed their heart rates up and getting these cars into the groove. But talking about into the groove, there's a few guys already right in that groove. F1 Connor, he puts a 122 odd in, and I'm telling you, 123, and he said that he has more left in the tank. So let's see if F1 Connor can improve on the already brilliant times that he's already set. Definitely a very, very big variation on setups tonight. Some guys are hitting 205 to 206 tops along those straights. Other guys are just about getting slightly over 200. So there's a big advantage on straight line speed with some of these guys, but the guys that have adjusted those wings to perform better and give them better traction on the corners, they are also doing very, very well as well. Connor's going on used tyres. He's just saving those tyres for the Q3 because he wants as many goes as he can. What a beautiful setting we have tonight at Yas Marina in Abu Dhabi. Phenomenal city. I've been personally lucky enough to I've been at the actual Grand Prix here twice. The first time Paul McCartney was playing at it, and the second time the great band Muse were playing at it. It was back in the days when the cars used to scream, and walking under that tunnel for the first time as the F1 cars went over the top of me was probably one of the most exhilarating sounds I've ever come to experience in my life. I was buzzing like a child, and the action was phenomenal because we were sitting right opposite the pits on the start-finish line, and we were there to see all the action. So let's get some more data up, and let's get that telemetry up, and let's have a look and see what Hypes is going to do. And it looks like Hypes has gone out on a set of medium tyres, and I'm going to ride on board with the fellow Northern Ireland driver. Into the left-hander he goes, into sector 2. Traction control sounded a little busy there. 208 miles per hour for Hypes along that straight into the left-hander, and then swinging beautifully into the right-hander towards the lights of the hotel and the grandstands on the right. What a setting and what a scene we have tonight here with Chicane Racing League. Slides it in beautifully to that left-hand corner and just applies a beautiful, beautiful acceleration towards the Yas Marina section itself and under the bridge at the hotel. Look at the way that hotel changes colours. What a place this Yas Marina is. On board with Hypes, he's driving the Haas, and he's going to be putting a set time in right now, and all eyes are on to see what it is. Is it a 123? Is it a 122? No, it's not. It's a 125, and that's not going to be good enough. But it's good enough to put him on pole at the moment. But let's go on with, Connor's just put in a 1:23.2. My goodness. Unbelievable. Almost chicane. Hi, Cafe. I'm a spectator again. Haha. No worries, buddy. Long race. The good thing about your league, Cafe, is there's all sorts of different managed drivers. There's all different levels there, and you always find yourself in a little battle. I'm sure that's what it's all about. As long as you're in a little race. 1:23.0 for Jessic. So Jessic just says and puts out a statement there of, you know what, Connor, don't forget, Jessic's in town. Ross Davies puts a 1:25.06 in, and Hypes needs to better that 1:25. Claire is out on a lap, and we're going to go. Rock Robs. Cafe. Listen to Gavin. I'm putting a little gauntlet down for you two guys. Have a race together and see who wins between you two. Rock Robs versus Cafe. And Claire puts in a beautiful 1:23.772. So there's a little battle that's been organised outside of the race. It's Rock Robs versus Cafe on their own, our little individual battles tonight. Everybody from P10 is going to be sitting down for another few minutes. And look at those times starting to chalk in now. Can any of these lads break that 1:23 barrier? I've got a feeling we're going to see a 1:22 tonight. And I've got a feeling it just might be NL Baz. That's my own prediction this evening. Whoever sees blue flags first wins. You'll not be lapped, guys. You'll definitely not be lapped. No way. You're not that slow. Okay, who can we ride on board with? Who's out? Let's go on with Travis Joseph. Let's give Travis a full lap. Travis is trying to beat a 1:24.563, or he's going to actually jump into the pits, is he? Yeah, he's going in for more fuel and a reset of tires. What's Donta doing? Donta's on a lap. He's trying to better a 1:24.6. He's going to jump into the pits too. Here comes Andrew. Good evening, Daniel. Raid. No problem. Raid away. Absolutely raid away, guys. I love people raiding my channel. The more viewers, the better. Anybody just tuning in, this is Chicane Racing League on a Monday evening. We're in Yas Marina in Abu Dhabi. I'm Gavin Bass 1, and we're on Q2 with only 7 minutes and 40 seconds left. Nice toe there. Absolutely nice toe. Come on, player 82, let's be having you. Round the left-hander past the marina. Sector 3, here he comes. He's trying to beat a 1:23.7. Can he do it? Hits it is. On with Ross. He's going to try and better this 1:25, and I know he can. So keep your eyes peeled on the top right-hand corner of the screen, and let's see how he can fare at the end of Sector 1. Screaming the absolute head of that engine. He is very slightly down, but not too bad. He might be able to rescue it, but he needs to get the foot down. 204 into the left-hander and straight into that right-hander as smoothly as he possibly can. Doesn't lose any traction there at all. And Johnny Ross might just pick up some time here on sector 2. Let's see where he ends up. Oh, he's just about 100th up. Can he get a phenomenal sector 3 in here? But very little battery left. But he needs to better a 124.6 to be in the top 10. Can he do better than a 124.6? That's a question we're all going to be asking, and that's what the Kick-Saba driver is going to try to do. Ross Davies, let's have you. '11th position, so just in the drop zone for Ross. On with Jan. Oh, beautiful P6 by Jan. Jan puts that Mercedes into the P6 position, and it's looking like 4 minutes and 51 left. I would say everybody down to about P6 will stay in those pits, and we are going to have to focus in on Smithy. Possibly Johnny B should be okay, but we're looking for Smithy, Travis Joseph, chicane, and we're going to look and see who is going to go out there and try and better that lap. Excuse me. I think Ross is going to go into the pits here. So it's very tense here in the last lot of minutes of this Q2. 4 minutes left, and we are going to see all of these guys coming out. They're all going to pile out at the very last minute, and they are relying on a very fast lap to keep them in this Q2 this evening. Coffee says, good luck, Connor, F1. So you've got a fan, Connor. Coffee's your fan, and Coffee's wishing you the very best of luck. Jessic 123.088. Hypes 123.154. Connor 123.294. And I think that was on used tyres. Who knows? Yes, buddy, that was a cracking lap. You done Northern Ireland proud there, Hypes. Okay, for any Smithy fans, we're on board with Smithy. He's warming those tyres up to the absolute maximum. He wants the full traction out of this. And Smithy is in P9 at the moment, but he has got half a dozen guys that could knock him out of Q1. So he is defending this P9 position, and he's going to go for it right now. And off he goes. Eyes peeled on sector 1. Excuse me. Happy's always a Smithy fan. Smithy's 800's up. So he's up. That's the main thing. Where is he at the end of Sector 2? We will find out right very shortly. Over the DRS he goes. Oh, Smithy's half a second up. So Smithy's going to secure himself in the qualies, and he just might get himself into about P7 here, maybe even P6. Oh, NL Baz puts a 1:22.659 in, and I told you NL Baz was going to do something quite special this evening, and he did. He done it, he honoured it, and he put in a 1:22.659. That's a special lap. And Smithy puts it in P7. Absolutely phenomenal from Smithy. Oh, the Williams guys are working together, and he gets a nice toe there. Johnny B is on a lap, and Johnny B is trying very hard to get out of the drop zone, currently in P11. Let's see what his deltas are at the end of Sector 2. Oh, he's 2/10 up. That could be enough to get him into P9. I have a feeling Player 82 is going to drop down. That's a beautifully smooth drive round there. Absolutely smooth driving from Johnny B in the Williams this evening, going over the line, and he's going to post a 1:23 what? 1:23. Oh, beautiful. 2/10 up, and that gets him in 9th. Hidden Foe is in 10th at the moment, and there's nobody can knock him off, and it looks like Jan has gone out. It looks like Player 82 has gone out. Chicane is finishing off a lap. Let's see if Chicane can get into Q3. Over the line he goes. No, he's outside of it all. So Chicane is going to drop. Travis Joseph is going to drop. And the quali is over for these lads. So an unfortunate position for 5 drivers this evening, but a gallant effort they put in, and they put in some very respectable times. Even 1:23s, we're not getting them in to Q1 this evening. So that gives you an idea of the standards tonight. NL Baz with a 1:22.6, Andrew in second with a phenomenal 1:23 on the nut. That is the Scuderia Ferrari. Jessic 3, Hypes 4, Connor 5th, but Connor's sandbagging. DVA in 6th, Smithy 7th, Dante 8th, Johnny B brilliantly in the 9th, and Hidden Foe in 10th. Really, really good to see Hidden Foe getting through to Q3 this evening, because I think he just may be a new driver. So now we are in the very tense section of this quali, and this is quali 3. Down to 10 drivers. Hypes, Connor, Smithy, Jessic, DVA, Johnny, NL Baz, Andrew, Hidden Foe, and Dante are all going to battle it out here this evening for that prestigious P1, P2 and P3 positions on the grid this evening at Abu Dhabi Yas Marina. And we've got a McLaren coming out first, I think. And it looks like Hypes is coming out. Connor's coming out. These two guys are going to want 2 solid runs at this. So a nice new set of shiny red tyres for Mr. Hypes from all the way from Northern Ireland in a little town called Moira. And he's going to try and do Northern Ireland proud tonight in this beautiful Haas car this evening under the spotlights at Abu Dhabi. So Hypes is out there. Give us a wee wiggle, Hypes. A wee wiggle for Gavin. Here he goes. Lining it up and getting ready for his first lap. Out he goes. On board with Hypes in the Haas this evening. This is Q3 and this is the showdown time into the left-hander. Oh. DRS activated. .203 into that left-hander he goes. He gets that really tight, that's beautiful. Takes all of the rumble strip and heads down towards the large spectator stand on the left, in towards the hotel section under the bridge. In the multicoloured hotel he goes into that left-hander. Takes the white line, every bit of it, over to that white line on the left, every bit of that. And this is looking very, very solid from Hypes. And this is going to be a 123. And it's going to be a 123.4. Hypes in provisional P1 on with Connor. Connor puts in a 122.5, so he's now taking that provisional P1 off Hypes. On with Smithy. Oh, takes that absolutely beautifully. Nice cornering, Smithy. Keep it there. That's really, really good. Solid driving from this driver on the Alpine this evening. On board with Smithy. Coming to the over the line job now. And it's a 124. And that puts him in 6th position. Hidden foe, 6th position. On with Johnny B. Oh, NL Baz puts a 122.4 in, and NL Baz is stamping his authority over that P1 position, and Johnny puts it in a 9th position. On with Andrew. What a lap from NL Baz at a 122.4. It's really nice to see that Jessica and Connor don't have it all their own way tonight. They've got Johnny B knocking on their door. They've got DBA knocking on their door, but you know what? They've got NL Baz inside the door, and he's putting in beautiful times at a 122.411. The last timing tonight is going to be an absolute belter. Come on, Andrew. Oh, he's pitting. He didn't like it. Backed out of it. On with Jessic. Six minutes and 23 go. 206 miles per hour out of Jessic's McLaren. Oh, so smooth around there. He gained a bit of lovely time around that. Tucks it nicely into the left. Oh, he slides it slightly there, a wee bit of drift, but he pulled it in okay. Into the pits. So a 1:22.411 round Abu Dhabi for NL Baz, our Williams driver this evening. Connor is in F2, F1. Connor is in the Racing Bull in P2, and Connor has now got the shinies on, and he's going out, and he is going to try and knock NL Baz off the P1 spot. And I'm going to follow this lap of our league leader, and that is Connor F1 in the Racing Bull this evening. So he's going to warm those tyres up to the very best he can, and he's going to put in an absolute send of a lap here and try and beat this 1:22.5 that he's already set. So he just needs to beat that by 1.5 hundredths or 1.5 tenths to put himself in P1. All eyes on Connor F1. Can he do it? Yeah, new emojis or emotes. I don't really understand all that emote stuff. Haven't a clue. Old man syndrome, afraid, Cafe. 61 years old and feeling every hour of it, never mind every year. Anyway, forget my age. Let's have a look at a phenomenal little driver here, and that is F1 Connor. Over the line he goes, eyes peeled on the top right hand. Let's see what he gets at the end of sector 1. Look how early he got up into 7th gear there. He's 2 tenths nearly up already. So right now he is on for a P1 position here. Can he continue to improve? .207 miles per hour. Into that left-hander he goes. Takes that quite nicely. Oh, only 800ths up. So he lost a little time in sector 2 there. He's really used most of his battery as well trying to do that. So I'm not too sure if this is going to be better. If it is, it's going to be marginal. He's backing out and he's going to go in and have one more go. Sensible thing to do. On with Hypes. Hypes is backed out. Lovely to see Donta in this top 10 as well. Donta's no slouch, and Donta will be wanting to put a big lap in here. On with Smithy. He's warming up the tyres. Anybody actually on a lap? Andrew's on one. Driving the Ferrari on sector 3 underneath the hotel he goes. That looks really tight. That looks good. Oh, he's pitting. P2 for Andrew with a 1:22.5. Unbelievable lap there from Andrew in the Ferrari. Back on with Connor. This is Connor's chance to put it in pole position. Can he do it in Abu Dhabi at Yas Marina this evening? Round the right-hander and off he goes. NL Baz still holds at 1:22.411. He's the fastest guy on the track at the moment. But at the end of sector 1, what have we got here? He takes the pole out of the position. He's 1/10 nearly up in sector 1. It's going to be very small changes that wins this position. Oh, he gets that corner better this time. Oh, NL Bad says, what about you? And Connor puts it in P2. So NL Baz, I called it earlier. I said that I thought NL Baz was going to put it on pole tonight. And you know what? I may be old, but I'm no fool. I called it. But he still could be beat. Let's see who's out there. On with DVA. So 4 lads in the 122s at the moment, and there is nothing between them. Jessic has just taken my prediction out of my hands, and Jessic has just put it in pole position, and that was a phenomenal lap by Jessic. These lads are cooking this evening, and those lap times are absolutely furious. Jessic with a 1:22.1 in pole. NL Baz in second position with a 1:22.2, a 1:22.5 for Connor, a 1:22.5 for Andrew. So those top 4 guys are absolutely melting. Johnny B in 5th, DVA 6th, Smithy 7th, Donta 8th, Hypes 9th, and Hidden Foe. Brilliant Hidden Foe to see you in the top 10 for quali this evening on your first race that I've done coverage on. That's for sure, and well done. Oh, C. Weston 88. Am I correct in thinking some people have traction control on and some people don't? Surely this shouldn't be allowed. Absolutely it should be allowed. It's down to personal choice. If traction control makes you faster, use it. If it makes you slower, don't use it. Whatever. It's your own personal choice what way you set your own cars up. Obviously there's no steering assist and there's no braking assists. But you can use ABS and you can use traction control as you want. Good evening, Mike. How are you doing, sir? Good to see you. I'm just going to grab myself a little double espresso, as I always do, and let these lads get themselves settled for this evening's formation lap at Abu Dhabi. I'll be back in 1 wee second. Oh, somebody readied up. That's not good. Who readied up early? Is there going to be a restart or has the race gone? It looks like they've just gone for it. And Jessic's out in front. Didn't get time to pour my coffee. Absolutely no waiting about here this evening. They're away and Jessik's in the lead. NL Bass behind him. And everybody else seems to be round the first couple of corners nice and safely as they absolutely furiously go into this corner. Oh my goodness, look at that Mercedes. That was Jan Kiev, and that was really bad. And I think there might be a few chats about that one. I think he got his braking wrong there, and that does happen. Nothing intentional. Look at this sprint for the lead. I tell you what, they didn't have much time to do their adjustments there. I hope everybody got their adjustments done, got their tyres all set, got their tyre pressures right, got their fuel set, because that was a very, very quick off this evening. Anyway, Jesse's away, and he is away beautifully in P1. In P2, you've got NL Baz chasing them down. 3 is F1 Connor right in there. Andrew right in there in the Ferrari. Behind him is DVA, and right tight behind him is Johnny B. Smithy in the Alpine P7. Dante P8. Every one of them in a DRS train right now, and you could not put a cigarette paper in between all of them. Right down to the very back, everybody in a DRS zone. What a start to this race. Let's have a look at the tyres. Mostly out on mediums. Absolutely, Mike. Absolutely fantastic stuff here tonight. How tight can you have it? Let's see if there's any position changes at the moment. Techno has had the best start of the race this evening. We just went down from 5 places up to down to 4. Now down to 2. Full Send has had a decent start, P14 from P18, and that Aston Martin has had a great start of the evening. On with Johnny B. He sees the gap. Is he going to go for it? That Red Bull made a wee bit of a mistake there. He's going to get DRS here. So both of them. Is he going to squeeze? He looks to be using the ERS here, but he's not going to catch him. Let's see them all round this corner. Here's an inside move coming. Absolutely everybody battling for positions at the moment. Look at this Aston Martin of Crest. Excuse me. On with Andrew. Wow, look at NL Baz. NL Baz is wanting that third position badly. Really, really tight stuff here. Everybody is in the DRS zone right down to P14. Right down to Hidden Foe. Everybody, look at that trail of cars in the DRS. I don't think I've seen anything as close as this in quite some time for so many drivers. Connor is in the lead, but he's got Jessic on his tail. And there's a move being made there, and Jessic just takes him on the outside there and makes a lovely move over the Racing Bull of Connor. and Jessic just gets a slide. Connor sees it all, and Connor's going to try and go up the outside into the inside, but can't do it here. As always, Jessic and Connor battling it out. There's those lights flashing as they harvest their batteries round the right-hander. But you know what? NL Baz and Andrew are right in there. But they're pulling away ever so slightly from DVA. And DVA just needs to get right back in. But just look at the queue behind. Unbelievable. Mike, are you watching? Oh, look at that Ferrari. Look at that Ferrari of Andrew. He's trying. He's going to try it. He's going to take it up the outside. But he's going to have to really, really late brake here, and he's just going to have to fold in place. And so he does. All very nice stuff here. Oh my goodness, I just do not know where to be. Because look at this. The two leaders fighting it again, and Jessic takes the outside, and Jessic gets it in. Connor's battling away, but Jessic has to put the nose right in front. Connor's tucked in behind, and this is phenomenal stuff here at Yas Marina in Abu Dhabi. Let's have a look at all of those track positions as we see them now on track. Jessic in 1, Connor 2, NL Baz 3, Joseph Travis gets a 3-second multiple penalty, Andrew in 4th in the Ferrari. In the Red Bull, there's DVA right in there, Johnny B right in there in the Williams, Smithy right in there on the Alpine, Donta right in there on the Red Bull, and Hypes right in there on the Haas. Unbelievable. Player 82 also in there, Chicane in there, Jan Kiev in there, and Hidden Foe in there. What many more in theirs can I say? Now there's a little gap to Lovely Calf, and he's battling away there in P14. Now, there was a little battle going on between Lovely Calf and Rock Robs, and right now he's got that battle going on. But Rock Robs is going to have to gain some positions, and let's go on with Ross Davies actually. I think Ross is going to try and do something here. Oh, on with Travis. Always like to give everybody a bit of airtime. I know there's lots going on at the front, but these guys equally have a race going on, and Rock Robs needs to start to make some position changes. Jessic has now got a half a second lead, but it's nothing whenever you look at it on track, and it's nothing to Connor, nothing to NL Baz. And look at these four guys, and even that Red Bull of DVA and Johnny's Williams are right in there on this DRS train going down this very, very fast part of the circuit. On with Hypes. Oh, NL Baz has made a move. NL Baz is in the 4th, but look at this, side by side to go down here. Jessic, Connor, Andrew. Andrew's just nudging it into P3 there on the Ferrari. Let's see if he can keep it. Oh, look at the outside. Oh my goodness. That's the medium tires there. Look at the medium tires. Oh. NL Baz is still in there, and so is DVA. DVA's pushing hard, and so is Johnny B. This is an absolute drag race. Unbelievable stuff here as we just go down through them round the corner. Everybody's really clean and really tidy tonight, apart from one little incident that I spotted earlier. On McChrist. Nice move there. Outside move for the Alpine. He takes Travis Joseph, but Travis is having none of it, and he takes it back, and he says, you need to do a bit better than that on that Alpine to catch us kicks. The kicks are together, Ross Davies and Travis both together on track. and they should work together as a team and try and block that Alpine out as best as they possibly can. With 2 people in the pits already. On goes the hard tyres for NL Baz. The drag race continues for P1, but they've now separated themselves from DVA. So these 3, Jesse, Andrew and Connor, are all in a battle, and right in behind them, Johnny and DVA battling it out there. And we'll just go on with DVA because DVA is really, really tight to the back of the Williams. Oh, what a view. Absolutely beautiful view as they go past the marina and down towards the start-finish line. Into that right-hander they go. Helicopter pilot's doing a great job there. DVA's coming in for his pit stop. Let's have a look at these tyres. So 8 laps seems to be all they're wanting out of those mediums, and now they're going on to the hards. There's your stop situation. So about 5 or 6 guys have made the first stop, and the guys out on the hard tyres are still on them. So all change out there at the moment, but Jesse is still leading this Grand Prix at the front at the moment, but just by 3/10 over Connor and Andrew, all still battling for that 3rd position. What a race we've got here between these 3, and just look at them, nose to tail all the way down the straight. And look, is Connor going to try and make a move? Yes, he is. He goes for the outside move. Possible 1 stop versus 2 stop here. Pounder Ranger, good evening to you, sir, and it's lovely to see you watching. Yes, you're absolutely spot on there. I'm not sure those hards will go to the duration. I have a feeling you might see them put on softs for the last 5 laps. It just might be a strategy that they're all going to do. Who knows? But look at this drag race. On with Hypes. On with Ross Davies. Both these kicks working well together. They're still keeping NL Baz behind, but NL Baz is going to be passing them very soon because this guy's got serious pace in the Williams. Lovely move there, made that look so easy. He takes in the 9th position now on the 2-lap-old hard tyres. Look at chicane, P7. Slams it into the left-hander, and he's got his teammate Hypes in front of him. So again, this could be teams working together here. Hits the DRS zone. I think Hypes might let him through. He does, and they're going to work together and try and get... Oh, they don't actually. They're racing. But chicane is still tucked in behind Hypes right now at the moment. On with Ross Davies. There's your position changes. Cathy doing very well there in P9 in the McLaren. But I think he is on worn tyres. Let's just see. Yeah, he is. He's on 10-lap-old hards. But he's all right for the minute. A lovely battle going on in behind here. The two kicks, DVA and Smithy, all battling away there. And look at that Red Bull on the outside. That's DVA. Four of them going down here, all flying, absolutely flying into the left-hander. They go. That Red Bull gets really, really tight to the back of the Alpine, and he is screeching here for a position change. Oh, they're all changing positions. In goes the inside of the Alpine, and the Alpine of Smithy makes a beautiful move there. Smithy into P11, and he's now tracking down Travis. Chicane gets a 3-second penalty. He will not want that. That's a nice bit of manners there, to be honest with you. Smithy into P8. He's now going to try and track down NL Baz, but let's go on with DVA. He switchbacks into the inside, and DVA gets up the inside in the Red Bull, and he makes a beautiful pass on Ross Davies there. Absolutely beautiful stuff there by the Red Bull driver, and he's now tracking down the second kick. Whoa, three abreast. Do not work into this corner. Smithy's doing a great job holding that kick off, but look at that Red Bull. That Red Bull is chomping, and that Red Bull wants to make the position change right now. He might even take two of them. If he can still hold the pace in behind the kick, he might take the inside. He's going to try it. Oh, the late break in the touch there, ever so slightly. Just a little racing incident. But that Red Bull of NL Baz, or sorry, that DVA holds the lead there. And Travis Joseph is now down in the 9th position, who gets a 10-second penalty now for corner cutting. Oh my goodness. Be interesting to see where Baz ends up. Absolutely, yep. Let's go on to the leaders now. So Connor is slightly ahead of Andrew, but not very much. A real battle. Johnny B's in 3rd. In 4th is Chicane. In 5th is Baz. And Baz on the 5-lap Old Hards. DVA is in 6th at the moment, but he has Smithy right on his tail. And we'll just ride on board with Smithy, because Smithy's going to try and take it. Hypes gets a 3-second penalty. Into the left-hander goes the Alpine, and Smithy has this Red Bull absolutely lined up for a pass here now under DRS, and he's going to make it on the outside. Oh, there he goes. He makes it stick and gets past beautifully, and the Alpine of Smithy into P6. But look at the inside of the McLaren of Jesse. Jesse just takes him, and off they go, and the two kicks are fighting left and right as well. Unbelievable battling going on here. Let's go on with Jan. Jan's trying to make a move now on Hypes. Lap 13 of 29. So let's just go down the drivers as they are on the track at the moment. Let's have a look at the stop situation as well. So Andrew in P1 at the moment in the Ferrari. Connor is in P2. He's now into the pits. They're all now jumping into the pits. Johnny B's into the pits. NL Baz. NL Baz is still out there in 3rd position, and he is on the tail of Chicane, and he's going to make a move in the inside here. Will he make it stick? Yes, he will. And the Haas just has to let him go. And that Williams is now had his one stop, and he's in P2 position. So NL Baz is absolutely frying here tonight, and I've got a feeling he just might get a race win. Who knows? Depends where Jesse and Connor all come out after this stop. You can see now where they are, 4th and 6th, so it's going to be very interesting to see how it all pans out once they all have their stop. Trying to find the battles on with Connor. Connor's taking Smithy here. Quite easily too. So Smithy will just tuck in behind Connor and get the drag. That'll be the sensible thing to do. No point fighting the guy. Just sit in there and take the toe, and that will help him improve all of his lap times and pull him up the grid. If I was him, I would sit tight if I can on the back of Connor. That would be the sensible thing to do. On the Hypes. Hypes is in P11. He's also had a one stop, but Ross Davies, Travis Joseph, Chicane and Andrew all to make that stop. And the NL Baz is out there at the moment, really, really trying hard in that P2 position. So nearly everybody has jumped into the pits now, and all the one stops are being made, and there's the tyre situation. Connor is on a one lap fresh set of hard tyres in P5, so he's going to work magic there. I think Andrew's going to have to pit very soon. He's going to have to think about what he's doing here. Maybe he's going to go a little longer. On with DVA. On with Hypes. Hypes made the move on Ross Davies there, and he gets himself up into P9. On with Caffey. Caffey's in the McLaren. Connor's a 1:26.279, fastest lap for Connor, so Connor's pacey. On with Full Send. Let's give Full Send a wee bit of love. Always like to give the back markers a wee bit of airtime. He's trying to beat Rock Robs here. And Rock Robs and Cafe are having a little private battle tonight. So it'll be interesting to see how they do, because Rock Robs is getting closer. On with Jessic. Oh, what an inside move by Jessic there. Unbelievable move. Connor was caught sleeping there. These two always battling. They always try to keep it as clean as they can. They know each other so well on the track. They know exactly what each other play and do, and they know where to make their moves. But Connor's just tucking in behind there, and he's going to take Jessic out on the second DRS zone if he's got any sense. No real point doing it before then. NL Baz in the lead by 5 seconds now. He's having a great race, but look behind, there's these two guys, and you know what? They should tow each other around, and they will definitely improve and pull that space in. In fact, it's down to 4.8 seconds now as we speak. So Connor and Jessic are definitely pulling in NL Baz on those 9-lap-old hards. On with Andrew. He's on fresh medium tyres, so Andrew's going to have quite a bit of pace here. And he's showing it already. Look how quickly he's pulling away there from Hypes on the mediums. Smithy's doing a great job there in P5. Into the right-hander he goes, and he's chasing down the Williams of Johnny B. Andrew gets a 3-second penalty, and Andrew will not want that. That could really cost him at the end of this race if he does progress. On with player. Don't look back, Cafe. You've got a racing bull right on your tail. Techno gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. And a player is going to make a pass here, I reckon. Lots of battery. DRS zone 1. He'll wait for the second DRS zone. And he'll get it right tied up to the gearbox on this corner with a late braking manoeuvre. Absolutely. Takes it a little wide, but gets there. And now I think he will try it, but he's not going to get it here because Lovely Calf is holding off really, really well. Can he hold it off to the end of this straight? Yes, he can. Round the left-hander, Rock Robs gets a 3-second penalty. And now with the leaders, we've got Jessic and Connor. Connor's now in P1. He's just taken Jessic, and NL Baz is now in the pits in P3. What's he going to do? Interesting now. Interesting. NL Baz. 0 lap hards. 10 laps of very fresh tyres he's got. So he's going to have to make himself really, really fast to get up into the top 3. So all eyes on NL Baz here as they fight the bit out here. Jessica and Connor still at it, tooth and nail as always. Look, this Ferrari of Andrew, he's being chased down by Johnny, and Johnny's trying very, very hard. He wants that 3rd position. Andrew's carrying that penalty, and we'll just have a look at those penalties actually. There you go. All 3s apart from 6 from Techno and 6 for Travis. And the position changes are this. And a massive position change for Cafe. Cafe's up 7 and Chris is up 8. A great race from Chris, penalty free as well. Travis gets a 10-second penalty for corner cutting. Almodonta. He's tracking down Hypes. Nine more laps to go here in Abu Dhabi. On with Ross Davies. Ross is trying to make a move here. He's right on the box of Techno. Nice move. The only thing is that Aston Martin of Techno is maybe going to get the DRS on the second section here. Ten-second penalty for Travis again. Another 10-second for corner cutting. So there's something very wrong going on with that. Travis is just cutting corners left, right and centre. Has he lost the plot completely? Look at those penalties. 46 seconds of penalties. Ross Davies and him seem to be running a very rough race here. Back to the leader, and the leader is Connor. But as always, battles going on here, left and right together. Jessek's on the outside, Connor's holding the inside line, Jessek's holding the right. Just blasting each other, as always, these two. A real battle of pride going on here. 1 and 2. That's Racing Bull versus McLaren. Only 8 laps to go, and let's see what their tyre situations are, the two of them. Both on fairly equal tyres, 7 and 8 lap old hards, as they go over the start and finish line. On with Donta. Donta still trying very, very hard to make a move, and Hype's sitting there in 6th position, but he's carrying a penalty, and Donta's penalty free. Just right down to Christ here, or Chris, sorry. He's trying to make a move in the inside. The Alpine versus the Aston. Oh, there's tight stuff going on here between these two guys. They're having a great wee battle. They need to keep it clean or they're going to take each other out. Sensible enough stuff. On with Chris. Into the left-hander. Oh, he goes outside the track there. Back on with the leaders. Still furiously battling. DVA gets a 10-second penalty for corner cutting. DVA gets us a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. DVA gets a 10-second penalty for cutting gained 1 place. What is DVA at? Let's go down to DVA and see. Hidden Foe is out of the race. DVA is all over the place at the moment. Has he lost a wing? Yes, he has. He certainly has. He's riding with no right-hand end plate. So he's losing traction left, right and centre here at the moment. On with Hypes. Hypes is trying to take Donta again. Back on with the leaders. Still battling out, as always. Just changing positions all the time. On with Jessic. Oh, we've got a caution. What is the caution? I don't know what it is, but it looks like DVA and Travis were having some sort of an issue there. And I think it is going to bring out a safety car, possibly. Maybe not. Maybe just a virtual safety car. 10-second penalty for severe collision with Travis, and that was DVA. I think those guys were having some sort of a feud there. There'll be tickets flying in, and there'll be some chat on Discord about that. I don't know what was going on, but it didn't look particularly good on track. Lap 24 of 29, and I don't think it is a full safety car. They're back to racing, I think. Don't know what was going on there. Disqualified from session, multiple penalties, and DVA is out of the race. Hidden Foe is out of the race. 10-second penalties flashing everywhere there. I don't know what was going on there, but there was something a bit nasty going on, I think. I'm not sure. The stewards are going to have to really, really look closely at that one. But the two lads hasn't affected them. They're still having a great race at the front, and that's Jesse and also Connor, and that's the McLaren versus the Red Bull. Both on equal tyres, both on no penalties. Two really, really top-class drivers showing everybody how it's done. But look at NL Baz. Let's have a look at those tyres. So NL Baz is on 6-lap old hards. Andrew's got a penalty. So NL Baz, if he gets close, he's going to be on the podium. And it's just how well these tyres perform for the next 3 laps is how he's going to do. But he's definitely going to get a 3rd place because Andrew's carrying penalties. And those penalties are 6. So he's definitely in there. We'll stay on with the leaders. That's where the race is. Connor's up the inside. Tries it. Jessic holds it off. On with Connor. This is going to be a last lap battle, and it'll be whoever does the overtake on the second DRS zone may just be the race winner unless they absolutely push it into the final sector of this race. But I reckon they're going to try and eye each other up, and they're going to hold their batteries. Look at the batteries that both of them have, 100% and 89%. So they're getting prepared for the battle of the best at the end of this lap or two, where they'll be fighting for their P1 positions, rightfully so. I'm going to watch that race right to the end once I just have a look at Chicane here. Chicane's trying very hard to get on to Smithy. And John Kiev's trying very hard to get on to Cafe. Cafe seems to have won the race between Rock Robs and himself. So Cafe just gets a wee bit of a thumbs up to Rock Robs there. Those two laid the gauntlet out each other. I sort of helped them. So 2 more laps, and I'm going to dedicate the last 2 laps to the 2 race leaders because they're going to battle it out. And here they are. Jessic and Connor. McLaren versus Racing Bull. And out goes the outside there. Tries the move in the outside. But they're not going to do anything daft at this part of the stage. They're going to wait until the last 2 laps, and it's going to be who has got the best to pull away or who's going to make the last move. It's a real battle. And Elbaz is now in there in 3rd on the track. Rightfully so. He's really trying hard. But this is cat and mouse. This is the greyhound and the hare. Honest to goodness. This is going to be a last DRS zone move. It definitely is. Batteries are built up to the absolute full at the end. Jesse's carrying full battery. Connor carrying full battery. Lap 28 of 29. And they'll be going over the line. And there's back markers in the way. And the back markers need to be getting out of the road here. Definitely need to be getting out of the road as Jessic now takes that P1 position on track. And here is a Kick Saba in the road. And that is Travis Joseph, I think. Here they come. Travis is ghosting, so he's out of the race. Or maybe it's just because he's being lapped. Connor on the outside. Jessic on the inside. Side by side round the corner they go. Connor in P2, Jessica in P1. Full send gets a 3-second penalty, but that's not going to affect this race. This race is going to be down to the last DRS zone off the last lap, and this is an exciting end for these two lads. Unbelievable stuff. There will be sweat on the brows of the drivers of the McLaren and the Racing Bull tonight. Connor and Jessica have had a phenomenal race. I know there's battles going on behind, Hypes and people like that. John Kiev's in a battle, but I've got to stay on with these two race leaders at the moment because they are furiously fighting for that prestigious first place tonight. Lap 29. Connor is in P2, and that's where Connor needs to stay until the last DRS zone. Jan Kiev gets a 3-second penalty, and here's where it all happens. Can Jessic defend? He doesn't want to do an overtake here. He wants to do it on the second section. Connor will know that. He'll not want to take the position now. If he does, he's going to leave himself wide open for a switchback. Jessic takes that. Connor's in the inside, and they're fighting really, really hard. Look at this, side by side. Absolutely side by side down at the DRS zone. Connor just gauges it in front. Jessic's just tucked in behind, and I think this is Connor's race to lose. Oh, Jessic has lost it, but he's okay. He's rescued it. He still rescued the P2 position, and he was just pushing so hard. Connor keeps it on track, and we're going to see Connor going over the line. Connor normally gives us a little wiggle. Will he give us that little wiggle tonight? In P1, your race leader this evening is Connor in the Racing Bull, and the little wiggle is a nice one. Jessic in P2 just lost his nerve at the end there. NL Baz beautifully into P3. Andrew P4, and the Williams of Johnny battling it over the line. They did, and Johnny gets P4. Andrew P5. Dante is still fighting out there at the moment, and he's going to come over the line in P6. Good race from Dante. Johnny B, absolutely, bud. What a race. Hypes over the line, P7 in the Haas. Chicane over the line, P9 in the Haas. Over the line comes the Racing Bull of Player, P10. Lovely Calf comes in, P11. P12, Jan Kiev. Ross Davies ghosting, and there was some bother with that car the night. Christ over the line, he will come very shortly. He's defending off Techno at the moment. Last little battle here into the last corner. These two are having a little battle to the end, and the Alpine gets it of Christ. Techno P15, Rock Robs P16. Caffey beats him tonight, unfortunately for him. But there you have it. Absolute superb race here in Abu Dhabi this evening. Superb stuff. The usual from Connor and Jessic. That final battle to the end was had. They always find a way. But what a win from Connor. Extends the lead even further. This league is now his. I don't think anybody is catching this lad now. But there's always fights for P2. And now, race winner Connor, Andrew, fastest lap. Lovely Calf gets driver of the day. Most overtakes gets Ross Davies and NL Baz. I'm just going to go on very, very quickly to race director and give all the incidents out there, because there was quite a few of them going on at one part of the evening. Those kick sabas, and something was seriously going on there that the stewards will definitely have to look at. I don't put blame on any of the drivers, not my place. I just try to do commentary and try and catch the action. But definitely there will be some chat on Discord tonight about what was going on there. So, super evening at Abu Dhabi in Yas Marina. Unbelievable. What a track and what a race we had. Lots of action, lots of battles, few incidents, and some really, really good stuff from the racers in Chicane Racing League this evening. Thanks to everybody behind the scenes. The owner of the league is always Chicane, and his staff, the admins and the stewards, for running such a fabulous league. And I, Gavin Bass, will see you all next Monday night, if not Thursday night, for some sort of a mystery race. I think they should put me on the grid on Thursday night and let me go and say Vegas and let me go by 30 seconds and see if anybody can catch me and call the night Catch Gavin. Wouldn't that be a nice wee bit of fun? Anyway, just a suggestion. On that note, thank you everybody for such a lovely evening. Thank you everybody for jumping into Twitch, keeping me company. Johnny B always in there, Pounder Ranger, Mike, everybody in there giving me a lot of chat, and that's very much appreciated. Monday night, Gavin Bass 1, over and out. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Gavin Bass one on the microphone. The energy is high, feel the vibe in the zone. Engines roar as the lights go down. Racers ready, it's a battle for the crown. Who will rise? Who will stand tall? On the top step, they'll answer the call. With hearts racing and spirits ignited, the champion's moment is finally sighted. Adrenaline pumping, the crowd is alive. Speeding through corners, they take the dive. Every lap counts, the stakes are set. In this game of skill, there's no room for regret. Listen closely, hear the engine scream. Chasing glory, living the dream. Battles unfold on the asphalt track. In pursuit of victory, there's no turning back. Feel the thrill as the tires grip tight. Under the stars, everything feels right. Each curve a story, each turn a chance. In this high-speed dance, we all advance. As the checkered flag waves, the night concludes. The champion shines in the spotlight's hues. With the roar of the fans, they take their bow. F1 Saturday night, see you next time. Wow!